back here. I will be back here. And I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front, Dre Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers.
And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
I'm a puppy cut forever.
Feels great, baby.
Welcome, Gold Blooded Podcast. This is episode 2 for the week. Bob, we are going to start this slightly different.
Excuse me.
We are going to support someone who has always supported us. Sarah DeJulio's sister wrote and directed a movie, and I watched it this weekend, and it was fucking phenomenal. It was like a horror drama thriller, I guess you could say. And without giving too much away, it's about a group of women who get together and start a club. And they have they were just looking to start like a little social club. And they have very twisted and alternate motives. And it is a psychological horror thriller. And it is fucking awesome. It is on Amazon Prime and Apple Movie or whatever the Apple... What is it? Apple Movie? Whatever. It is called Soft and Quiet.
iTunes Store.
Yeah, whatever. It is called Soft and Quiet, and if you are into that sort of movie,
Does DeJulio still listen?
We talk, I think so. Like, I messaged her about the movie and stuff. We went back and forth, and she was like, yeah, sorry I don't get the email in, but it sounds like she still does listen. Yeah, really top-notch movie, like a legit movie, not some like fucking backyard Blair Witch shit. Yeah, there's the name. Beth DeJulio. Clear as day right there, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah DeJulio. That's Beth DeJulio. Very happy for her and her success with the movie.
Attractive lady.
Yeah, I didn't get that far into it. I just watched the movie. But Bob, let me tell you, there's some. It's a wild fucking movie. If you want, I'll give you some details off the air. Yes. Yeah. It's all right there.
That's a nice mix.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's wild. This is America. I love it. I fucking hate white people. They use the line in the movie, white people are the worst. I said, I was like, you know, I love it. I fucking love it. All right. With that said, to the business, Bob. I have a major gripe with Patrick Mahomes. I know you're all mystified by his whoop-de-woo whirly-whirl fucking throw there. But this cunt goes up 27-0 on the Broncos and then lets them right the fuck back in. If that's not a backdoor cover to fix his in, listen, it's fine. I'm going to win the next 4 in a row to win this thing.
We all lost this week.
We all lost. Do you know why? Because the NFL is fixed. But
these guys won on the field, the Rams and the Jaguars.
The NFL's finally determined it's time to give the Niners their play. So we are, like, we know the Cowboys will never get it because Jerry Jones is just a fuck. He's a fuckster. With that said, I'm taking the Cowboys this week. They're laying 4.5 at Jacksonville, and they're going to do it.
How about that?
What do you think, Bob?
I'm going to go ahead and take one of our division rivals, who I'm not threatened by at this point, which is the only reason I would take them. But they're getting 3 points, and they're playing at old Rusty Boy's house.
I think they're going to take
Denver.
that, even with Colt McCoy.
I think more with Colt McCoy. That's my guy.
That's your guy?
No. I was wondering if you're going to catch that.
Colt McCoy could choke on dicks. Right, he could blow his other fucking ACL, and then him and fucking...
Speaking of choking on dicks, what's BBC taking?
BBC. He's taking his hometown heroes, the Patriots, laying 1 at the Raiders.
Big patty pats.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
So this is what, week 14 we're talking about? No, week 15?
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'll tell you.
This is week 15.
It is.
Of an 18-week season.
See.
So we've got 15, 16, 17, 18. 4 more weeks, including this coming week.
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
At 3 picks each is 12.
Yeah.
If we go perfect the rest of the way,
okay,
we will finish at 27 and 24. If we miss one,
if we all miss
we will finish. No, then we're done. If we miss one, we'll be 26 and 25. We can get one game wrong and still finish above 500.
Well, I promise you that I'm going to hold out, and
that's the best we can do.
We'll see what happens.
Let's talk about Thursday Night Football.
Let's talk about Thursday Night Football. First of all, I've said it multiple times, but I need to reiterate it right now. Thursday Night Football is fucking horseshit. It's bad for the players. It does not produce quality football. And Roger Goodell needs to accept this fact and do the right thing for the league. They need to abolish this bullshit. You want to do a one-off one here or there, that's fine. But you do it coming off a bye week. If you,
Speaking of abolishing,
yeah,
a lot of talk about turf this year.
Yeah.
Do you think if Levi's had turf, Debo would be having the same diagnosis? Or do you think that think that MCL would be torn?
I don't think on that. Don't give it any thought.
You think the give in the grass is what saved his MCL and made it a sprain and not a tear? It's definitely possible. Because watching the way that thing moved and twisted was not pretty.
But didn't Jimmy blow his ACL out that year in San Francisco?
No.
Against the Chiefs?
He was on the road. Arizona? That was in it was grass KC? Anyways. I think it's grass out there anyway.
Yeah. Whatever. Not something I put a lot of thought
Where was
into.
Kyler the other night? I'm just saying in this one specifically, the give of the grass might have saved his knee.
What's on the ground up in Seaman Field there?
I don't even know what it's called anymore.
In Lumen
They
Field.
changed it.
It's called Lumen Field.
Is it?
That's
Lumen.
why I said Seaman, because those words are not alike at all. What a fucking stupid name for a field.
It's better than the fucking...
Field turf.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It was promised the opposite. Wow.
Looks like they might be going that route, but all right, nevertheless. All right, so we're on the fast track up in Seattle, so that means Christian McCaffrey's going to have 200 yards on the ground. We know them. We know who they are. We beat them once this year. I think the tide is turning, and we are about to enter a decade of 49er dominance. We've already owned the Rams for fucking 5 seasons now, and now it's time to own the rest of the Cucks. Seattle's going to fall right into line. I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but I promise you by the end of this game, he's in.
Drew Lock?
Yeah. Drew Lock can suck
He was the, by all intents and purposes, he was their starter until he went down. Gino Dunn stepped up.
All right.
I don't know why it's not coming up. It's very strange.
Do you have anything?
Usually it comes right up on the bottom there.
You have anything you'd like to say about this?
I'm going to bring up something.
Okay. We got to look at these fucks again? I don't need to see.
Did we do it last time?
No, I don't know, probably. I don't want to see Pete Carroll's face. Like to urinate on his face.
What a great name.
Clint Hurt. What the fuck? Nate Carroll.
Larry Cocaine, Izzo.
That guy's done. That guy's seen some shit. Nate Carroll, his crooked son.
That looks like a white guy.
With an afro?
With not white guy hair.
Happens.
It's pretty interesting.
Rare it happens. Sanjay Lal.
That guy's very tight.
Sanjay Lal is my guy.
This guy's super.
He looks
super
like a
tight.
crooked chiropractor, don't he?
Sanjay Lal has definitely taken HGH. Look how tall and wide his head is.
Oh.
His head is 3 times bigger than everyone else's.
You know what I hate to say? I know you don't watch golf, but this past week there was like a special. Which one? Oh, he's locked up right there.
What the fuck?
All right, go to the Seahawks coaches. Yvonne Lewis, the head strength and conditioning coach, is definitely on Adderall or cocaine. His jaw is straight locked. He's lockjawed in the team picture, or like his individual headshot.
Oh, I hope there's more.
Oh, dude, he's every picture. Just Google Ian Lewis Seahawks, and you will see Adderall eyes at their finest, allegedly.
Holy shit.
He mixes Adderall and steroids to find the perfect cocktail of psychopath.
How many women's last sight on Earth was this?
You mean?
Double digits. For sure.
He's the type of guy that fucks the dog first.
That guy was worth... That guy was worth the whole thing. Wasn't he ours?
He played, didn't he?
That sounds super familiar.
I don't know. Was he the player? I don't think his name was Will, though.
Oh, my God. Hold on. They got another one.
Jamie.
And he's also strength and conditioning.
Oh, they're all cokeheads.
What the fuck?
They're doing the blow up there.
Boom.
That's it. Yeah. Very good.
Nailed it.
Will, but I think he went up there and played.
Yeah, there he is down there.
Yes,
but there he is in Niner red and white, 92. When did he play? What do you think?
Harbaugh era. Right up there. 2010 to 14 with the Niners. Harbaugh era perfectly. Look at me. Look at me knowing that shit. Like I was meant to sit here.
Tukuafu.
All right.
So, Thursday Night Football. Looking ahead. Seattle Seahawks. Nick Bosa is definitely going to bring Drew Lock into the game, as you said.
I think he finishes. I think he probably plays the entire second half. Concussion protocol.
Nick Bosa will also catapult himself back into Defensive Player of the Year talk, because that's a week by week thing.
Yeah.
Dre Greenlaw will solidify himself as a All-Pro candidate.
Okay.
All-Pro Dre, All-Pro Fred.
That'd be fucking sexy. 2 of them. 2
Imagine
savages
that.
over there.
I think someone new is going to get an interception this week. Who hasn't got one? Ambry Thomas, coming off his ankle injury.
It's been quite some time since he's had one, yeah.
Lenore got his. Jimmy's got one. Charvarius, has he gotten one? Mooney Man?
I don't know if he has one as a Niner.
Time for a Mooney Man showcase game. He's going to be blocking passes, catching.
Well, he's going to be on Metcalf, I would assume, right?
Let's go. Let's go.
I hate Metcalf. He scares me.
He's a big scary
fuck,
man.
Yeah. He should make pornography. He would make so much more money.
Probably not more money. But, I mean, if that's the way you want to fantasize about him, go for it.
It's just, he's got a hell of a physique, that guy. All right. I'm going to give you my key to victory here.
All right.
Key to victory is one word. Determination. This game is about determination. Determination to lock up the fucking division. It is time to show the NFC West that we are not fucking around anymore. The NFC West has to, the rest of the NFC West has to feel the total domination that the Rams have felt for the last 5 years. This game is about that. This game is about planting your flag in the middle of the West and saying the 49ers, this is the 49ers division for the next decade. And if you don't like it, our taints are located between our legs. Suck them. Suck the sweat right out of them with a fucking straw. The score of this game, 24-12. Book it. Book it, you fucking twat lickers.
You could tell we've started winning.
Why?
Emails are back.
Couple. No, we were in a 5-game win streak, and then we just had a dead point there. Nobody cared 2 weeks ago. Because they were riding high with Jimmy.
I'm sorry, repeat your score prediction.
24-12.
You've been on it lately.
Well,
That one you didn't, the one before you didn't win just because mine was a little closer.
Yeah.
Yours was pretty damn good. All right, on to Seattle. Key to victory is going to be Kyle Shanahan waving his dick
ooh,
in Pete Carroll's old fucking face.
okay.
What I would love to see Kyle Shanahan come out chewing gum on the sideline. He won't though. He's not that kind of guy.
No, he's not. Harbaugh is.
Kyle Shanahan is going to put on a clinic of how to call a game this weekend.
Okay.
The key to victory will be Brock Purdy backing out of the spotlight.
Okay.
And we are going to run this ball straight down their throat.
I agree that that's going to happen.
It's going to be one of those ones where he only throws the ball 10 times and we fucking demolish them and break their will.
I got to believe that they're going to put the ball on the ground 35 times.
And it's all a setup. It's all a setup.
Agreed.
For Brock's big breakout throwing game. I'm not sure when it is, but it ain't going to be this week.
Well, I mean, he would have put up another 150 yards in this game if the game was closer.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a final score of 28-3.
Oh, I like it.
What's the big B?
Oh, let me get the baby boy.
Baby boy
Baby
Curran.
boy Curran.
All these B's and C's. Baby boy Curran, Big Cock Brock.
Baby boy Curran says 49ers 33. The team from Seattle. Trey.
3?
See?
Whoa, look at that.
Both of you fuckers.
Look at those two.
All right. Oh.
You want to do this first?
Yeah, I'll do that. Stand by.
Stand
All
up.
right. Motherfuckers, if you have any respect for us, you will go to luckyrosetattoo.bigcartel.com right now. And you'll purchase something. Anything. I don't give a fuck. Just buy it. All of it. Buy a gift certificate if you'll never use it. It's a nice way to send money. Give us reviews. However it is you hear us, go there, leave a review. Patreon. www.patreon.com/goldbloodedpodcast. Email us. Voicemail. Whatever you want to do. goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. To keep up with the happenings, the comings and goings, the ones and twos. Instagram. Goldblooded Podcast. One word. All right.
Big Barrett.
Big Barrett Mueller as we all know, Barrett Mueller is probably the biggest psychopath that listens to this podcast.
This was before the game, by the way.
This was Wednesday, the day after we recorded last.
Yes.
He says, Kurt Warner Jr., Brock Purdy. And then there's something. Is it audio?
Yes.
Audio's not working. I'm going to try downloading it. I'm trying here, folks. Downloads, Brock Purdy.
Let's throw it back.
I got it.
Dramatic. I feel like Matterson's back.
So now we know that Jimmy Garoppolo's out 7 to 8 weeks, right? Brings him back somewhere in the playoffs. If we can get past the wild card round with Purdy, I think we can do it. But I'm just gonna say this about Brock Purdy for a second. Seems like the last few days, all the media wants to say is that no team has ever won a Super Bowl with a 7th round quarterback. Yada yada yada. He's only going up against a former 6th rounder. Excuse me. This coming week in the one and only Thomas Patrick Edward Brady, something like that. Anyway, they keep saying, over and over again, no 7th round draft pick has ever fucking won the Super Bowl, yada, yada, yada. But, let's throw it back to about 1999, St. Louis Rams. Trent Green goes down. Some guy named Kurt Warner comes in. He was undrafted. What did they do that year? They won the fucking Super Bowl, right? Yeah, that's where I'm trying to go with this. No one has won with a 7th round draft pick or whatever.
Barrett, I got to put you on hold for a minute. As we're listening to this, we're doing a little Brock Purdy research. Just for those of you scoring at home, he has a younger brother named Chubba Purdy. I promise you this. After Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl this year, the next cat I get will be named Chubba Purdy. All right? Back to Barrett.
But it's not like it hasn't been done before. Again, Tom Brady was a 6th rounder. Kurt Warner is undrafted. I'm not saying Brock Purdy is on those guys' level. And for all I know, he's going to go out there and shit the bed, and we're all going to go, oh, fuck. But I will say that I'm pretty comfortable in the fact that Brock Purdy is a completely capable quarterback at the NFL level. And let's be honest, this whole team is more talented than that 99 St. Louis Rams team. I feel pretty confident in saying that. Yeah, greatest show on turf. Whatever. Again, who gives a fuck? But this is the best 49er team, I honestly believe, talent-wise, in my lifetime. And mind you, I was born in 93. If there was ever a team to win with a 7th round quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant at that, it's this fucking team. So let's fucking be honest, boys. It's our fucking year this year. Let's fucking go.
All right, Mr. Barrett. I like where your head's at. You seem to be leveling out and rejoining us. All right. Mark from Upper Michigan enjoying the GOAT getting blown out. He says BCB and CMC. Bob, are you ready to hear what Mark
I'm ready.
from Upper Michigan has to say?
Holy fucking shit. What's up, gold-blooded cunt fucks? I knew we were going to win this game, but at one point it was 35-0. Unbelievable. What I love about Brock Purdy, Brock Lobster, Big Cock Brock, is this kid plays with confidence, poise, he's accurate. He plays like he's got something to fucking prove. And I think our odds are a lot better getting to the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy than Jimmy G. One thing I don't like about Jimmy G is he tends to throw the ball too high, and then it gets tipped off receivers' hands. I think this kid is better. I think he's much better than Jimmy G. Just like last week, who do you give the ball to on offense? Big Cock Brock or CMC, because they were both balling out. I just can't believe that we were kicking their ass that bad. I mean, it was unbelievable. When Brock did throw that pick, and then it got called back because of a penalty, I was like, okay, well, that pick doesn't count. And what's he do in the very next play? Throws a fucking touchdown. I mean, this kid is awesome, and I'm very glad we got him. Like I said, I think our odds are much better. And apparently, because we won and Seattle lost, all we have to do is win Thursday night, and that's it. We're NFC West champs. We better win the Super Bowl this year because I think D'Amico Ryans is gone next year. I mean, our defense is number one in the league, and he's definitely going to get snagged up by somebody for a head coaching job, and who knows what our defense will be after he's gone. So, but I think our chances are a lot better getting Christian McCaffrey. That could have been the missing piece that we needed. And with Brock Purdy balling out, even those 2 games, he's looked damn fucking good in these 2 games. And then what do we do? You know, if we get to the Super Bowl and win it, do we, let Trey Lance go? Or do we keep him as a backup? Do we let Jimmy G go? There'll be a lot of questions if that happens, but I think he's earned the job as the starting quarterback because the kid's just fucking money. But yeah, what a great game. I definitely did not see that blowout coming. But it's great. We're looking good. Debo going down, yeah, that sucks. Shanahan's got to stop using him in so many different ways. Just keep him as a wide receiver. Luckily, he's not out for the season. It'll probably be a few weeks, but it's going to hurt our offense, but I think we'll be fine. We have enough weapons where I think we'll be okay. But yeah, we took down the GOAT. Of course, dude, Tom Brady was so fucking pissed. Dude, Brady was fucking livid, just getting their asses smacked. But that game was ugly for them. It was like bowling shoe ugly. Just getting their fucking shit kicked in. But great game. Thursday night we'll be champs. And then we just got to worry about getting healthier for the playoffs. That's it. Love it. Talk to you fucks later.
All right, Mr. Mark from Upper Michigan. Yeah, I concur. It's all good in the hood.
I was hoping to get Purdy's middle name. I'm dying to know. Everybody knows Brady's middle name. I've heard Jimmy's a bunch of times, but I can't find Brock's.
All right, well, we have Cole M now, who is checking in with a 5-minute voicemail as well.
I assume Big Cock is probably his actual middle name.
The kid's got balls. Hope 5 minutes isn't too long for audio. Purdy train full steam ahead. Peace out, faithful. Cole. All right. Let's see. We're downloading.
Depends on what the 5 minutes consists of, I guess, right?
Well, I mean, it clearly will play anything.
If it's good,
then
more
loading.
Is good.
It's loading. It's
cold-blooded. Wow. What a victory. It's cold up here in Canada. I'm wearing my Puppy Kent t-shirt. Keeps me warm. Keeps my heart happy. Yeah. Brock Purdy. What the fuck is up with that guy? Let's go. Take one out of Bob's book here. Purdy good. Big Cock Brock. And I think he's earned perhaps a new nickname, something that Joe kind of touched on one time, except it wasn't in this context, but Papa Pump Purdy. I hope that one sticks.
That's got a good one. Triple
like
P.
it's fun.
Triple P, Papa Pump
Forgive me
Purdy.
if I'm just reiterating what you guys have already talked about earlier on the show here. I just love that Brock has a multi-level skill set and he isn't just kind of like a one-trick pony. Like, the way like he can just run in for that. I know it's a short yardage run, but like for that rushing touchdown, it's awesome to see him when we got to see him dodging those defensive players when he passed that ball to Debo for the first down there in the second quarter. And it was another awesome thing to see that kind of longer shot off to CMC there for the touchdown. Obviously, not long after that, the Debo injury occurred. At the time that I'm recording and sending this off to you, it isn't clear what the injury is. So, I mean, I don't think I have to, guess here. I think we're all really hoping that Debo pulls through.
He's not going to die.
And then the next play after Debo was injured, I noticed there was that Purdy interception, right? So he throws it, and it just doesn't go his way right to the other guy. But the penalty brings it back, and instead of letting that mentality of just throwing an interception cripple him, he takes a shot to Ayuk, who gets that touchdown to bring us into the second half there. I don't know. This kid's got balls. Standing in the pocket, taking shots like that, and then just I don't know. It's kind of blowing my mind. I don't want to let this excitement get to me too much because, I mean, it's just crazy, but it's kind of hard not to when you see the kind of game that you saw yesterday, especially against Tom Brady. Even Brady, he seemed like he couldn't get out of his own head, all the interceptions he was throwing that game. Especially when you compare it to this new kid, Brock. He's just got that right, we're going to get this done. It's all about the team. We're going to do this mentality. Obviously, now that we've talked so much about the offense and how they were clicking, Purdy, CMC, Ayuk, and Debo, everybody doing their part, Kittle as well, obviously. It's good to bring it back to the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, Armstead, it's great to have him back. I loved when he basically slapped his hand on Tom Brady's head, and Tom just turns to the ref and is just begging for a penalty. I don't know. I just can't respect him like that. You never see Purdy or QBs that respect. I don't know. It's just you're just asking for flags. I don't know. There are moments when that's warranted, but for every little thing that happens, every bump or touch or anything in football, I just don't get how. Whatever. Obviously, Dre Greenlaw, Nick Bosa, hell of a game. I don't know. I think the announcers even mentioned it. The fact that Fred Warner's on the field, it kind of almost makes Dre Greenlaw invisible when he shouldn't be, because he's insane in his own right. Just fucking awesome. I don't know. It felt really good to be up 35-0 in the third quarter, but at that point of the game in the third quarter, there was so much time left still, and I was just I just want everyone off the field, because it felt like injuries were stacking up. I hope that there aren't multiple game misses, and I know it's a short week to meet Seattle, so I don't know. I was just hoping that these injuries just aren't crippling. Looking forward to kicking the shit out of the toots on Thursday. If I'm not mistaken, this will secure a playoff spot. Regardless, we always need to beat Seattle whenever possible. Let's go 37-10 for the Niners. Peace out, faithful.
Peace out, home skillet. From the great north, Cole M. Up next is Barrett Mueller checking in. He says Brock Warner strikes. Did that second half take an eternity to watch? Once we went up 28-0, that game was over by half. BCB, again, looked like a very capable quarterback. The defense was on fire. This is the most talented 49er team I've ever seen. Glad that we avoided a bullet with Debo's leg. On to Seattle. If we win, we're in. Let's go Niners.
So, I don't know why I didn't think of this until he said that about the second half. But, let's talk about something.
Okay.
My Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Well, Sunday, we celebrated the birth of my oldest son.
Oh, yes. Always an exciting time.
He'll be turning 9.
9 years old.
And we decided to celebrate this Sunday rather than next weekend. It just worked out better. It's a little further from Christmas. Yada, yada. I went to retrieve,
I know where this is going.
To pick up, to drive my father to the party.
Yes, sir.
At which point my father surprised me with a lady friend that he was bringing. There was no prior discussion of this lady friend.
Phenomenal.
Normally, when I go to pick up my father, I take my 2 sons.
Right.
In my car, and we pick up my father.
Right.
A car suited for 4 people.
Yes.
For some reason, this was the only time I've ever gone to pick him up for one of these occasions with my wife's 3-row SUV
right. Yes.
and all 3 children with me.
Oh.
But there was room for this lady friend. But this was never discussed with me. Okay? Now,
I'm so excited.
Without getting into too much detail of my father's situation.
Right.
Things aren't thoroughly thought through. So, things happen.
Sounds like your father and I have a lot in common.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't bring a
but
strange woman to your house.
At which point this I almost said young lady, she was not. This lady thanked me for inviting her, which was awkward because I certainly did not invite her.
Certainly did not.
So as I'm like kind of feeling forced and also not sure if I'm making a good parenting decision, allowing this woman in the vehicle with my children,
right?
It's very awkward.
Yeah,
right.
I can't imagine it being anything but.
So we go. Party's great. Everybody's having a good time. It's starting to wind down around 3:00. Perfect timing. Game's at 4:30. Normally, what happens at these occasions, my father doesn't drive. If you haven't caught that, but normally what happens in these occasions is somebody going that direction takes my father home.
But because
But because he brought a lady friend with him,
he brought baggage.
Now my parents have been divorced 30-something years. They're very cordial. There's no beef there. They don't ever argue or nothing awkward. They're at functions all the time together.
Right.
And my mother, very gracefully, normally will take him home for me if no one else is going that direction.
To save you a trip way
Just
far out of your
very
way.
Nice of her.
Yes.
Something she definitely doesn't have to do. Sometimes there's other people going that way. But I couldn't force my mother. I couldn't even ask her. I couldn't even ask.
No.
And she says to me with a very strained look on her face, "Do you want me to take your father home?"
Right.
And I go, I wouldn't do that to you.
Right.
So she was very appreciative. So we get in the car. It's snowing.
Jesus. Yeah, it was.
Before I got in the car, I set the game to record. No big deal.
Right.
I've done this many times
Go
before.
dark.
I made it from New York City with the Dolphins game.
Right.
I should be fine. No big deal. Now I won't have to watch commercials. I didn't even go full dark. Normally I've been shutting my phone off.
Right.
I just dropped a few precursors.
Yeah, you told us.
Text to the group, no spoilers. About 10% of my drive, about 10% into my drive of bringing my father home, I end up behind my mother. So I followed my mother the entire way in a snowstorm.
Right.
Nervous that she's going to crash.
Yes.
But also thinking, boy, this would be a lot more convenient if they were in that car.
Right.
And my father, at some point, says, "Did she have a full car? Why don't we just go with her?" And I wanted to be like, I don't know.
Because you brought
Broaden the back?
Yeah.
All right, so a couple caveats to this scenario. Both of these women, my mother and this new lady friend,
yes,
same name. So
have they drink the same drink?
I don't know. They definitely partake.
Okay.
So I get him to his house. Roads aren't that bad. I turn around. I head home. I'm thinking I got a game to watch when I get home. All's well. All's well in the world. I come home, house is like cleaned up already. I mean, family knocked it out of the park.
Okay.
We're on all cylinders, ready to go. They're eating dinner. We're good. Get the game on. Game couldn't go better.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, driving home got a little sketchy. I thought to myself, if I crash this car because I had to drive this motherfucker's lady friend home.
Right.
So I get home, get the game on. Game couldn't be going better. Couldn't be going better. Now, I'm fast forwarding through commercials. I'm fast forwarding like in between plays that's going so well.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm watching all the offense stuff. I'm skipping stuff, right?
Yep.
And all of a sudden I see this guy, I forget his name, maybe it was Mike Tirico, one of these guys talking, and I see the Seattle game in the background. Okay, Seattle update. Get back to the fucking game. Get back to the game.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I realize they're not going back to the game.
Yeah.
This fucking cock-sucking fucking
I heard
NFL
this from a lot
bullshit
of people, yeah.
cunt fucking shit. Switch to the fucking Seattle game with no recourse on the national broadcast.
Right.
How the fuck do you switch in the middle of a fucking game?
Oh, my sister called.
It's fucking
guys I worked with
enraging.
texted, yeah.
Normally,
because
I fucking recorded it, I couldn't switch to the other fucking feed. And the
been too
fucking
late.
DirecTV fucking Sunday Ticket, for some reason, doesn't understand that I'm trying to record the fucking 49er game, not whatever game is on the fucking TV, and doesn't switch and record the fucking 49er game for me. So I missed a whole chunk of the fucking second half because of fucking Fox and their bullshit and the NFL bullshit.
Yeah, it's
and this Thursday night game is gonna suck too. Watching on Prime is fucking terrible. It's a whole fucking awful fucking setup.
Yep.
I've had to watch games on the ESPN fucking app, which sucks. There's no fast forward. There's no pause. It's like fucking real time or nothing. This whole thing. Every time I log into the fucking Amazon Prime game, I got to put my fucking Amazon password in. Like, children aren't allowed to watch fucking football? Like, what the fuck are we parental controlling a football game for?
I have Prime right on my TV, and it never asks me.
It's fucking... Well, it's parental... It's a parental thing.
Maybe.
But, like, why is it parentally guarding a football game?
It's odd, yeah.
It's fucking enraging.
Well,
So, sorry. Back to the emails.
No, listen. This is what we're here for. All right.
If it was a close game, I mean, I guess they probably wouldn't have turned it off if it was a close game.
Taken it off.
But I would have fucking murdered
Yeah,
someone.
no doubt. Easton Harris has to say, Matt. So a win on Thursday would seal the division. We would be 10-4. Seattle would be 7-7 with 3 games left on the season. Best Seattle can do is 10-7. We have the tiebreaker if we lose out. Also, Tampa is 6-7, so best they can do is 10-7, and we have that tiebreaker. So we are guaranteed the 3 seed with a dub on Thursday. We can chase. We could chase the Vikings for the 2nd seed or rest players. Either way, we're in a great spot with a win. So let's ride BCB to the Super Bowl, not to be confused with BBC. No, there's no confusion there. Well, thank you for also breaking down those extra facts for us, because I was not aware of some of that.
So if Minnesota's the 2, if we were the 3, that means, because the Eagles are the 1, Tampa would be the 4, or whoever goes from the South. Imagine Carolina catches them. By the way, us beating Tampa did just as much for Carolina as them beating Seattle did for us.
Right, it worked both ways.
It worked both ways. So that would put them at the 4. Now, if all the wild card teams were to lose, that would put Tampa on the road in Philly and us on the road in Minnesota. All right. Interesting moves.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I mean, we know how I feel about what's going to transpire Thursday night, but we're going to see soon. All right, next email.
Aaron.
It's from
Aaron Aronson.
Aaron Aronson. BCB strikes again. Hey, Go Buddy crew. What the heck did we just witness? Rob called it when he said the keys to victory was having Tom Brady get angry and be yelling at his players on the sidelines. That's exactly what happened.
I love when we get these right and they have to tell us, because I don't even remember saying that.
The only way I ever, only when I said something like Nick Bosa needs multiple sacks.
Yeah.
Did he get,
I don't even remember that.
That's exactly what happened. That game was so out of hand.
Look at the timing.
When it was... What?
We didn't even read this, but I just went on that rant.
Oh. That game was so out of hand when it was 35-0 that Fox took the game off the TV and put the Seahawks-Panthers game instead. Keys to victory this week. Let Sturdy Purdy do his thing and let the defense handle business as usual. Time to wrap up this division with a win in Seattle on Thursday. Offensive Beast of the Week. Ooh, he called CMC. Defensive. Greenlaw. 49ers versus C-Bitches score predictions. 38-10, he says. I'm out. Really?
I guess in the big picture, that game was more important to us at that point because we knew we got the win. It just was so fucking terrible to not be able to watch it.
I agree. I would have been fucking pissed. I hated watching it because it was extremely painful to watch, but I would have been livid if I couldn't watch it. Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty good one, too.
The next email is from Jalen LeGrant. Purdy Big Brock. That's
pretty good.
See what he did there. Brock came into Levi's and suplexed the entire Buccaneers defense through a flaming table. The defense was outstanding and deserves more credit than Brock, but we know how these things are. Good thing Debo okay. I like every other Niners fan about had a stroke when I saw him getting carted off, so that's a blessing. Brock reminds me a lot of Chad Pennington before the injuries got him. He was pretty good for the Jets. Honestly, I feel like we should just take care of business Thursday and beat the Seahawks, and then anybody who's of any importance should be shut down. We can't get the number 1 seed, so why risk it? Also, to my point I was making about Trey Lance to Joe last week, I'm not saying last can't be good. I'm just saying that if Brock Purdy can lead us to any kind of playoff win, then I would trade him in the draft for first-round picks and use them to build a team around. There's really no point in keeping him at this junction. Maybe. We're going to need to keep a backup on some level, and Trey Lance is going to be the cheapest option.
Jimmy G's going to be the backup.
No. If you have to pay CMC and Bose, I see.
Sudfeld will be back.
Maybe. And the final email of this week is a double. You got a little audio, a little fucking ditty here. Gabriel Sanchez, Season of Destiny. Tom Brady is a sorry-ass old man. Pete Carroll and him would meet up to let Trent Williams and BCB fuck their wives, except Tom got his ass dumped so he could play a losing season for a shitty Pirate team. I think Pete would still be down, though. And let's see what Gabrielle has to say.
Goddamn. Big Cock Brock is for real. He's just out there making plays. If he can play at least as well as he has been the last 2 weeks for the rest of the season, I would say the season of destiny is still on. Fuck the Seahawks. They suck. The Lions deserve to make the playoffs more than them. And, best wishes to Matterson. I hope he gets his stuff figured out, and maybe one day he'll come back, or maybe he won't. But best wishes to him. And thanks for all that he's done over the years. And anyway, here's the quest for 6. Let's go.
Yes, my friend, let's go. With that said, I've said this many a times before. When it's Seattle week, you know what to do. Find a Seattle fan. Find anyone involved with the Seahawks. And make their lives fucking hell. Break their nose. Finger their girlfriend. Let her finger you. Whatever it is that's going to fucking drive them up a wall, do it. Fuck them. Because the 49ers are going to fuck them hard this week. 24-12. Book it. Fuck off.